anything I ever did before. I remember one time I was doing comedy maybe 4 years, and I did something and left with a girl from a comedy thing. And it was no big deal. It was an open mic. I wasn't getting paid, you know. That bothered me for a long time. I'd rather go up there and bomb than not do the fucking spot.
Right.
I'd rather go up there and bomb than not do a spot and not know. Not know what could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like you going with your electric guitar, you're going to go play Nirvana, and you get there and there's a bunch of cowboys. And you're like, God damn it, I don't have my Johnny Cash hat. You know what I'm saying? It panics you. But go back, Blues Brothers, 1982. They walked into the bar, they opened up playing whatever the fuck it was, and the people started throwing bottles at them and shit. They turned the lights off, they regrouped, and they sang Rawhide. They figured it the fuck out, and then they won them over. The guy's like, that's the best show we've ever seen. And that was when Belushi had the whip and shit, and he's fucking... The chick is smoking the cigarette, and it knocks it out of her hand, all that stuff. Like, you know, it's like a commitment. When you make those type of decisions, you have to make a commitment to yourself. And go, it's all going to work out.
And then did you ever run into a situation like that again where like you were thinking about not going up?
Always. Every fucking time I went to do comedy, I would, in the hotel room on Saturday, I would figure out how can I slip on a banana peel and not do this fucking show? You know? You always have that fear in you. But if you let that fear win, then you're done. You're never going to get nowhere in your life. You just got to close your eyes and go, I'm going to do this. And do it. And the more you keep doing that to yourself, you get in the thing of fucking, listen, one of the best anecdotes I ever heard was on that fucking show with the Lakers on HBO.
Oh, yeah?
They were driving back with his daughter, and she was asking him a question. He goes, you see that plane right there? Because a lot of people don't notice that when a plane starts to go down, they shut the engines off, and it just free falls or some shit like that. But they couldn't sell a lot of tickets if they told the audience that, the consumer that.
Right.
He goes, it's the same thing in fucking life. If you don't fly, you're never going to fall.
Wow.
So if you don't go for it, and guys, there was nobody. Listen, man, it took me February of 89 to July of 91 to get on stage. Let's look at that. That's a year, right? That's 18 months. 2
years, isn't it?
That's almost 2 years from when I kept telling people, I'm going to do comedy. I'm just writing material. I'm writing. That writing, that's bullshit. That's why I tell people, stop writing. You're never going to write. Just go up there. Get it over with. Go up there and sing a song. I don't give a fuck what you do. Go up there and tell a story. They're going to boo you anyway, but I want you to get it out of the way. And I want you to realize that even with all the boos, you've never done anything like this in your life.
Right.
Even with all the boos in the room, you're never going to feel like this in all your life. I give you 10 blowjobs and put a firecracker in your asshole. You're never going to feel like this. The feeling you're going to get from doing that stand-up and bombing is better than any feeling you've had. You might feel a little creeped out, but it's like getting smacked in the face for the first time. You walk away and go, what the fuck was that? Did I just allow that to happen? I'm going back tomorrow night. It's the same fucking thing.
And it, like, especially with open mics, if you, like, people usually, if you just say it's my first time, like, as crazy as open micers can be,
they love
you. We're very supportive, at least for the beginning. Eventually, if you're bad, we'll make fun of you, but the first couple of times, it's like, and I tell this story every time someone is not sure about an open mic. I did open mics at the library on Sunset, and there was a legit homeless guy with bags. Like, not just a guy living in his car, like a legit homeless guy who would do it before me and did better than I would. He was funnier than I was. Like, homeless people do open mics. You can do an open mic.
Bro, open mics are a slash between mental health. Like, if you check bracelets at an open mic, you'll catch one guy that just got out of the insane asylum.
Oh, yeah.
Like that afternoon or the day before. Or a halfway house. And listen, man, it's the first step to get healthy. Listen, there's a lot of people who go up on stage and say some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But eventually they don't see that people react to it, and they start coming around. They start coming around because they know they're not winning this war. And there's guys that just show up on Mondays. I love those guys. They don't want nothing out of life. They don't want nothing. You talk to them after, and they're like, fuck you, I'm going back to my job. I work at Subway. I'm having a great life. And you're like, okay. But they show up every Monday. They don't want to go on the road. They don't want to be a big deal. And it's great to see those lunatics. They come in with a handcuff on. You know, they all come in a little crazy, but, you know, it means something. I went to jiu-jitsu today. I could tell there was a brand new kid in there. And he had to be 100 pounds overweight. And he was running. And I'm like, look at this guy in the middle of the circle, because you can't run. I run in the middle. I'm not fast enough. So I run in the middle. I just do a light jog. And I'm like, it takes a lot of courage for this guy. And after class, I went up to him and I go, bro, keep coming back. Don't let this, you're going to melt through that fucking fat in a month or two. Just keep coming back. And I love it. I love when somebody, you're right. When somebody comes in and they go up on stage, I'll do, for the first time, I'll go out of my way to make that first one. Because when I got on stage the first time, a lot of motherfuckers went out of their way for me, dog. A lot of motherfuckers were like, hey, man, thank you for coming down. Hey, man, keep coming back. One guy told me, he goes, you sucked on stage, but your fucking stage presence was brilliant. Keep coming back. Hey, man, fuck yeah, I'm going to come back. Don't worry about it. I just got to figure out how to get rid of this fucking noose around my neck, my ex-wife. But I'm coming back. Don't worry about it. And that's the thing. You have to look at everything. Listen, guys, you're not going to like everything. You're not going to like everything you try. There's no way. You might go to El Nido and go, I don't like the steak, Joey. That's fine, but you like the steak from somewhere, you know, whatever. You might try hockey, but that's okay. Give it a fair chance. And if not, my daughter quit wrestling. It upset me for 2 minutes. Because when she came to me proper. She came to me and gave me an explanation. She goes, you know, I go to jiu-jitsu, and you know, I don't miss a class, but Dad, I didn't like it. She goes, the boys were a little rougher on me, and I didn't know what to do. She goes, if I would have known what to do, I would have wrestled them. So I saw the jiu-jitsu coach. I saw the wrestling coach at jiu-jitsu Friday, and he goes, so your daughter didn't come back? I go, you know why they do a core class here at jiu-jitsu? Because it's not
Intimidating?
No, you don't roll. You just drill. You learn the move, you drill it 10 times, and let me tell you something, the first 5 of those classes that you go over there at Hollis, you're gonna be sweating during those drills. You're gonna go, what the fuck? And that's gonna make you come back, and then if you don't want to roll, don't roll. We just want you to learn the system correctly so you get confidence. Mercy didn't have confidence. So she goes, what I want to do is start going on Wednesday nights after basketball to that place because they teach you from scratch. Fine, I can dig with that. She's stuck with baseball. She's stuck with basketball. She's stuck with the drums till the end of class. This year she told me, Dad, I don't like the drums. I don't like how they play them there. They play like, you know.
Marching band.
Yeah, she don't want to do that. She wants to play the Rolling Stones, you know, so.
It's hard to do something when you're not good at it. That's one of my biggest weaknesses. Is if I'm not good at something, it's very hard for me to try to do it.
Yeah, but let's take it back to the conversation. Nobody drives to an open mic on a Lamborghini.
Right.
So when you try something for the first time, you're not going to be good at it. If you think something else, like last night we were surprised. Mm-hmm. We went bowling. I have not bowled 20 years since Houston. We used to go to midnight bowling after the gigs and eat brownies. There'd be a heavy metal band, fucking lights and shit. Tremendous. I haven't bowled. So when I went there last night, there was no expectations, but all of a sudden I threw a strike. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I had to get back to the first 2 were terrible. I thought my arm was going to fall out. I thought my knee was going to connect. The shoes were slippery. But you go back there and you did it. I didn't expect that. My expectations were low.
Right. Your expectations were low?
I didn't expect, to sell out the bowl, to throw 10 strikes. I threw 1 or 2. And I'm like, okay, now I got it. I might go back. I might go back and start bowling again in a league on a Monday night. Why not? I'm at that age that this is what it's all about. You take 2 hits off a joint and you go. You're not going to be good at everything, guys, at anything, the first time you did it.
But there's a difference, and I think bowling is similar to stand-up because usually at your first couple open mics, you'll get a laugh or a chuckle at least. You're not gonna get a standing ovation, but like I think I got at least 2 or 3 gutter. I've bowled with those big balls like 3 times in my life. Where I grew up, it was all candle pins, so I don't know how to bowl. But when I got a couple pins, I was like, oh shit! So I was like, I can understand like, but I think the difference maybe with Mercy, and I don't know, she's tough, so maybe she probably did. But like, if you're getting like, not beat up, but if you're getting constantly pinned in wrestling and not seeing any improvement, I could see her being like,
yeah. You know, and she didn't. I don't think she just wanted to learn the fundamentals, and they taught them real quick. And like, she went to 2 practice. Like, you're wrestling on Saturday. She's like, no, I'm not.
oh, in like a match?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
She's like, no, Dad. No. She wanted to learn the basics. I'm the same way. I'm the same fucking way. I don't want to go in there until I learn shit. That's why I took a stand-up comedy class for $31 in Boulder, and then when I got a little into it, when I came here 2 years later, I took another 8-week class because I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. I feel better. Like when I lift weights. You know what? 20 years ago, I go into a gym. I didn't give a fuck. Now, I don't want to lift by myself. I'll pay you, Mike, just to watch my form. Because I don't want to get hurt, and then I can't do anything. So I'd rather give you the half a yard and we lift together and you just watch my form and tell me, Joey, you're not doing that. Joey, put that weight down, Joey. You're not my fucking, put that down. I want you back here on Wednesday. You follow me? There's a lot of things I'll do at my age now that I can do by myself. But there's a couple things like lifting and all that. Jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of other people in the room. So in jiu-jitsu, I hear it all the time. Joey, breathe.
Oh, really?
One of the old guys from the other side will go, Joey, I see your face. You're getting red. Breathe, you fuck. But, you know, when I went into for jiu-jitsu, I didn't fucking... I was like, what the fuck? The first time I did a hip escape, I thought my world was going to end. And then they wanted you to do 30 yards of them. And I remember getting up going, I'm going to fucking die. Remember that kettlebell class we used to go to?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to fucking die in that class. That was not a good kettlebell class with that knucklehead. But then we went to the Irish dude in the Bronx, and he was the real deal Holyfield. You went in there, you knocked it out in 20 minutes, and you went home.